All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Q&A live stream number 32. That's right. This is a continuation of the original Q&A live stream from earlier today. So I figured this is a much better time during the day. We'll see how it goes. If there's people, we'll keep going like the last one, and if not, well, then unfortunately I will have to end it. But in the meantime, we'll give everybody a couple minutes to join, and we'll get started. So there's probably some more in-depth topics I'll talk about. Actually, just got a comment from a very interesting person who made their orders on jcpenney.com. Hello, Dylan D. Jesus. How are you? It's great to have you back in the live stream, obviously. So how are you doing? There we go. Okay. So I'll give people a couple minutes to join, and then we will get started. So yeah. But yeah, this is kind of a continuation of the Q&A live stream from earlier. And like I said, oh, nice, having Wawa for dinner. Oh, hello, North Jersey channel. How are you, man? How you doing? I'm actually going back to FDU in Florham Park next week. I don't know. Do you know when the DreamWorks water park is opening up? I've been waiting for a confirmation. I'm taking a guess it's going to be February, but I'm not 100% sure if that's correct or not. So we'll just have to wait and see, obviously. But yeah. I don't know exactly when that thing is going to open up. The only things that are open up at American Dream right now, I know that are Nickelodeon Universe, the It's Sugar Place, and the Ice Rink. Oh, and Big Snow, of course. So, I mean, there's just not that much open. Right now it's really just the entertainment, but I think the retail is going to be opening up in about 2 months. The Legoland and the aquarium, I believe, are next. And then after that, I believe they're going to open up the mall and stuff. Excuse me. I would assume that they're going to open up the DreamWorks water park probably in time for winter break for the kids, I would imagine. If they do it a weekend, I'll definitely try and come home for it. Like I said, it's just things have to fall into place in order for me to do it. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with the DreamWorks water park. Oh. Yeah, it's still a shame it didn't open up on Thanksgiving. I still can't believe they missed the deadline on that, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I haven't really been to American. The last time I think I went to American Dream was a couple weeks ago. Outdoor or indoor water park? Depends. Ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. I mean, I'm sorry. There's something. Okay. So, wow, that's interesting. Is it an outdoor or an indoor water park? Hmm. Sorry, I don't know what to really talk about. No, not at the moment. Oh, indoor. Okay. That would be interesting to have a Disney themed water park in the southern state of New Jersey. I would definitely go if that's the case. Definitely. That could actually be really interesting. Are more stores going to close at the Galleria at White Plains? Mm, I don't think so. Right now, just Forever 21, but that Kone was no loss. If Sears closes the Galleria at White Plains, that'll be a huge loss. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Six Flags is heading towards bankruptcy again. Their parks suck. I mean, I know we have the premier park, Six Flags Great Adventure, but Six Flags is just yeah, and a lot of people get kicked out of the parks. I've seen them with their phones and stuff. Now Cedar Fair even has the whole phone thing, like where you have to buy a locker. I mean, I think what it should be the whole policy is the locker should be free because I mean it's bad enough you're already paying for the park, but now you're paying for someone else's safety. I think that's just stupid, honestly, in my opinion, at least. No, I think they're just going to rip out that glass elevator and they're just going to replace it with a new one. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, and then in the next couple of years. But I do think what is going to happen. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see what happens. So that could be interesting. Cedar Fair buying Six Flags, and then Cedar Fair could merge its parks with Six Flags. I think that would make a lot of sense because you know what would be good about that? Six Flags actually can add more properties. Like you could have Six Flags Dorney Park. You could have Six Flags Kings Dominion. So, what is my favorite movie? Probably Ted the comedy and Ted 2 as well. But the Cedar Fair and Six Flags, like that could actually really be good because then both parks, because instead of two different teams competing, it'd be one. I think Cedar Fair would incorporate the Six Flags theme throughout all its parks, and Six Flags would just dominate the theme parks. That actually makes a lot of sense if Cedar Fair did that, but I don't know if they would be interested in that. I mean, I think it could be a possibility down the road, honestly, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. What is my favorite movie? Well, oh wait, no, I already answered that. Whoops, whoops, my bad. But yeah, sorry. Hear about Marx takes over leasing, working on filling the former Sears store. Hmm. I just read that Sears tenant, so yeah, That might not be a bad idea. No, Walgreens didn't buy them because what's it called? Target, CVS does Target. So no, Walgreens. No, they did not. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting though what happens with Six Flags. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of their parks. My favorite park is Hershey Park, but I was never a huge fan of the other one. Mm, I don't know. That's a tough one. Probably a movie director, honestly. So, wow. Um, yeah, I don't know. No, I have not. I haven't been to any other Six Flags parks. Probably with good reason, honestly. I'm not really a huge fan of their parks anyway. So, oh, hello, Ultra Eric. Welcome back. Yeah, I definitely. I think I drove past Six Flags Magic Mountain when I went out to the West Coast one time. Don't have a favorite band, but good question though. Questions and answers. So you guys ask me questions, and I answer to them to you live, right? Whoa, right here. No, they're very strict. They're very strict about bringing your phones. Oh, it's terrible. And sometimes if you bring your phone on a ride, it's literally a 1 year rejection from the park, which makes sense, honestly. I mean, look, they do that for safety reasons. I totally get it because they don't want some stupid jerk to go on a roller coaster and and then all of a sudden, I mean, I'm just going to use my phone as an example. Like they're taking their cell phone right here and they're going like this with their camera and they're on like a roller coaster, and then all of a sudden, if you can't even hold it, it falls at 60 miles per hour and it falls on someone's face. So that one I'm not going to say. Um, yeah, no. Oh my God, did somebody die? That's crazy. And yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing with Six Flags is crazy. Do I have a home theater home audio system? No, just a bunch of speakers here and there, I guess. I don't really have a home theater audio system. That's a neighborhood in Queens, Astoria. Yeah, no, I don't really like theme parks that much except Hershey Park. But meanwhile, to change gears here, so if any of you all want to know some new retail news, um, oh yeah, because Six Flags is probably more dedicated to their parks. I guess they have to add a new attraction each year because I guess it gets people to come back each year, which makes sense. It's a really good marketing scheme because it encourages people to buy season passes, believe it or not. Because the more new they add to the park, the more people will buy season passes, and the more people will come into the park each time, and the numbers will be up, and there'll be more visitors each year. No, I don't watch Star Wars. What mall do you plan to do that at? Speaking of which, I want to kind of change gears here. So current closings that are going on right now, this is for the people that are watching the live stream currently. So the Macy's store at the Broadway Commons Mall in Hicksville, New York, will be closing in March of 2020. And what we stand to lose in that store is 1956 Arbor traction elevators from a former Gertz department store. Oh, nice. Freehold Raceway Mall is good. Yeah, I want to go there at some point. I just don't know when. It's about an hour south of my house, so I don't know when I'm gonna go there. So what I was gonna say is, yeah, so Macy's at Broadway Mall Commons is closing in March, and what we stand to lose, yes, Florida Mall has elevators, and what we stand to lose is 1956 Armored traction elevators that opened as a Gertz. So it was Gertz from 1956 to 1982, and then in 1982 it became Paramus, New Jersey-based Stearns, which is Paramus is about 15 minutes away from my house. And then Stearns went defunct in 2001, and then it became a Macy's store. And now, 19 years later, that Macy's store is now closing at the Broadway Commons Mall. And the reason why I call this a significant loss, no, I know, it was a Gertz, a Stearns, and then it became a Macy's. So it wasn't always a Stearns. Before Stearns, it was a Gertz. Gertz 1956 to 1982, Stearns 1982 to 2001, Macy's 2001 to 2020. No, it's okay. No problem, man. I understand. Well, unfortunately, and that's a very good question, by the way, what you just asked. That's a very good question. Oh, you're up in Paramus? Um, so what a mall has to be nowadays is it can't just be a place for shopping. You have to give the reason for somebody like me to go to a mall. Like, why am I going to go and spend my money on this property? Well, because it has this great entertainment thing and I can get a little shopping done. Oh, I don't know. But that is a very good question. So unfortunately, in our time we have come to a point where we cannot rely on stores for revenues for malls anymore. So a lot of malls now have to do things that are much different than your traditional malls and anchors and department stores. So Paramus Park has Stu Leonard's. Westfield Garden State Plaza has the theater, the restaurants, the shops, everything else. Yeah, I know. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Stu Leonard's there is nice. It's really nice up there. Actually, my dad was just there, and I just had a donut from there. It's pretty good. Yeah, I know. I definitely, yeah, medical patient can go to a mall. Yeah, I know. Macy's in Hicksville. So my plan is to take a train from Convent Station to Penn Station, and then at Penn Station to change trains. I don't even know. I must have ignored him. I'm very sorry about that. He didn't curse. Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, I know I talk about it a lot. I still just can't get over the fact that Macy's in Hicksville is closing. Like that's just getting hit with a 2x4. Oh, I see. Oof. Oof. I feel bad, that's all. I just feel bad. But anyways, yeah, I still can't get over Macy's. I know I keep talking about it again and again, but guys, you don't it's really just a part of history that's just going away. And it's just really sad. I mean, first of all, it was a Gertz, a Stearns, and a Macy's. It's the tallest suburban department store in the United States of America that's going to be closing in March. And I think the news has missed out on it. No, you know what's sad? The big news media, CBS2, NBC. Guess how long they spent on talking about Macy's in Hicksville and Comac? 21 seconds. 21 seconds. They didn't even have the balls to say, like, when you watch the news, and I don't like to criticize the media because it's just, I don't like to get political here, but instead of talking about all this other crazy political stuff that's going on, talk about like the history behind a department store. Instead of talking about the stupid politics crap. But I guess people don't care enough to watch the news to hear history about a certain mall location. So it's just sad. Like, it's just sad. Like, I wish they would spend more time on that, like to show off what the Gertz looked like. And now they're just like, you know what? I cannot tell you. It's just like, yeah, Macy's is just closing in Hicksville. That's it. Who cares? It's just another department store. No, but see, that's what they want you to think. They want you to forget the history of the building. Well, I'll tell you that I never forgot the history of that building, because that building has history. The 1956 Peely escalators, the 1956 armored traction elevators. It's just a piece of retail history that cannot be forgotten. And that's why I'm spending a lot of money to go out there. I don't typically like to spend money to go to stores, but in this case, it's worth every penny to go there. And the rest of the mall honestly sucks. But that store in itself, oh, that's funny. That's funny. So COPA is pretty much, so COPA doesn't affect these videos. COPA is more so for the kids' videos. So let's say, for an instance, I look up a kids show, I don't know, Peppa Pig. So let's say I look up the Peppa Pig theme song. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, this person in the chat is acting like really weird right now. Yeah, that'll be exciting. The Super Bowl is gonna be, yeah, that's crazy. The Super Bowl is almost 2 weeks away. Not that I'm a fan of football, but it'll be interesting. I guess I'll watch the Super Bowl. Why not, right? So, um, but yeah, the COPA thing, like I said, doesn't affect this channel. It only affects like channels who make content for kids. My content is not for kids, obviously. So I just did it at the channel level because YouTube is not going to stop me with this, even with this whole COPA thing. Because guys, we've made it this far, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. I've put a lot of energy into this, and you guys have been there through the whole journey, and it's been quite a buildup. I've met a lot of people. And I'm being honest. I'm not saying this because I want to. But I've made it really far. I've met some great people. I've met some great people in person, and I've made a lot of connections. Like I've met some great people over the years. I've made a lot of connections, a lot of friends, and I think at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. Making people happy, showing off content. People love that stuff, and people go wild for it. And a lot of it you can't see on national television. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Because retailers make executive business decision. Sorry, I didn't want to deal with that anymore. That kid was just getting out of hand. Sorry about that, guys. So, sounds like the parking problems for American Dream Meadowlands. So I'm getting back to that retail question. So retailers fire people because they make executive business decisions where if they feel that a store is not making money and they're losing money in that location, and there's a whole there could be a whole buttload of issues like the location and the political climate and all these things factor into why a store is not making money. There may not be enough people walking in the door. There might not be they might be understaffed. So, I mean, even then, I mean, think about it. I walked into a Sears at Woodbridge Center the day before Christmas Eve. When I walked on the first floor just to go film the elevator, guess how many employees I saw on the first floor right before I hit the elevator? Zero. I saw 0 employees in that store. Like, you don't do that. That's why Sears themselves is struggling. And unfortunately, people at the top, Eddie Lampert for one, I've said it many times, and I'll say it again. He does not care about what your store does or how your store looks and where the location is. If your store is not making money, or if he feels that he made a stupid and awful mistake and he wasn't able to acquire something because a landlord got pissed off at him, well, then he's just going to close the store. See, Eddie Lampert doesn't care about how your store looks, how it works, if there's a financial problem, if there's a leasing issue, if there's just the mall generally offering money. See, malls nowadays are even offering money. It's kind of what happened with JCPenney and Paramus. Unibail-Rodamco Westfield offered JCPenney a sick amount of money to close the store, because JCPenney is not just going to close the store at the most profitable mall in the state of New Jersey, well, until American Dream opens. But that's what I'm saying. JCPenney closed at Westfield Garden State Plaza because both agreed to part ways, and the mall probably paid a sick amount of money for the JCPenney store. Kind of like Sears at Paramus Park. Brookfield GGP probably paid Sears a sick amount of money to close that store. And Sears, they needed quick cash, so they saw this as a great opportunity to capitalize on getting money from the mall and to close the store. So, anyways, no, I have not heard of Daddy Five, but it's still very sad. I mean, you got Macy's in Hicksville going out in March. JCPenney at Green, and it was just announced today that JCPenney at Green Acres is going to close by April. So there you go. That's another. I don't even know how many people are going to be able to job. They're probably going to put the warning notice out on Monday. And not only that, that's only the beginning of the Macy's closures. Like Macy's in Comac is going to close in May. Well, I mean, that's closing for a much different reason, but still, I mean, I guess the job will be replaced with the BJ's Wholesale Club, but Macy's in Hicksville, they don't got a replacement for that store. And that's a lot of space to fill up. It's sad. It's favoritism. It's very sad. And even today when I was taking the bus to go visit some friends, I looked at the Sears in downtown Hackensack, New Jersey, and I'm just like, how does this store stay in business? You see all the A&E cars. I see nobody in the auto center. There's literally an AutoZone and all the other auto centers around. It's like, how does this store stay in business? It's just, sometimes you wonder about things like that. Like, how does that Sears stay in business? Man, and such an old and tired store. Like, I don't know, honestly. And Eddie Lampert hasn't done anything for the company ever since he took over. Once he took over, in 2014, things began to go downhill very quickly. Well, Kmart and Paramus kind of started the whole trend back in late 2014. That was also Saks Fifth Avenue closed at the same time. Kmart closed in 2015, Kmart Lodi 2016, 2017 came the announcement of Sears closing at Paramus Park. Sears closed in 2018 at Paramus Park. And then in 2019, they closed a whole bunch of Kmart stores as well. But 2018, they closed the one in Elmwood Park. And now in 2020, next month, a month from today, they're closing. So no, JCPenney just put out 6 stores. The JCPenney in Rockaway for now at least is safe. I don't know if they're going to make another round of closures, but right now it's just the JCPenney at Green Acres Mall and Valley Stream. That's the only one that's going to be closing. And guys, you know what's funny? When I put that video out, I actually got a comment from a person who actually put in an online order from jcpenney.com. So, and then he said, wow. I was like, wow, 1957. That's around the same time. That's around the same time that JCPenney opened up in Paramus. So that sounds like it's a really old store then. I mean, obviously the elevator was replaced, but that's that, I guess. I'm probably going to end up going to Rockaway Town Square if Sears and Roebuck decides to close there, which I'm sure they will this year. I just don't know when, because I mean it's going to be on one of the two lists. And either the next one that's going to go is Sears and Livingston or Sears at Rockaway. And the Sears in Hackensack is also going to go this year too, along with Sears at Woodbridge and Sears in New Brunswick. By the way, I don't even know how the New Brunswick store and the what's it called, and the Hackensack store, because those are the only two freestanding ones left in the state. So what they're going to be doing with the JCPenney in Paramus is they're actually going to be splitting it up into several different stores. It's very interesting how they're going to do it. I believe what they are going to do is they're going to pretty much not cut a piece, but I believe they're going to make a connecting wing between the west portion of the mall and the east portion of the mall. And I can actually show you exactly what I mean by that. I'm actually going to go ahead and share the screen. So here we go. Whoop, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Okay. So you see how this is the JCPenney spot. So you got the west portion here and you got the east portion right here. So I believe what they're going to do is they're going to cut this store in half and they're going to make a brand new mall wing that connects both the west portion of the mall and the east portion of the mall, creating a third connection in the mall, and actually give people access from this side of the mall all the way here so that they can have easy access to the new town center. So I believe what they're going to do is they're going to cut this store in half, and they're going to have several different stores around here and around here. And honestly, it would just make total sense for the mall to do it. I think it creates a great opportunity for the mall to recapture a former anchor store and to completely, excuse me, turn it into something that is going to work for the mall. Now, as for the Uniqlo and Best Buy spaces, the Uniqlo space is most likely its fate will probably be, and it's Westfield Garden State Plaza, by the way. Oh, it actually gives you okay, so I can't make that disappear. I believe the fate of the Uniqlo space, this will probably become a couple of maybe another restaurant or two, or maybe they'll do some kind of crazy store here. And as for the Best Buy store, the former Best Buy store, we could probably see a brand new hotel coming in this lot, or they could very well do entertainment. Either one doesn't really matter. So, and that's a new Best Buy store, by the way, that just relocated. No, it's not. It's not. It's going to be a new wing in an old space, pretty much. That's what it's going to be. It's not going to be a new extension of the mall. It's not going to make the mall any bigger. It's going to be the same exact size. It's just going to be another connection between the east wing of the mall and the west wing of the mall. Now, I also do believe that there are rumors that the elevator that right now sits next to the vacant former California Pizza Kitchen will be getting removed. That is the rumor. And that I believe is due to the fact that they're going to be putting in new elevators in that new wing that's going to connect the east and west portion, which honestly to me makes total sense. I believe the Schindler MTs are going to be totally ripped out. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's what they want to do. They want to compete. It's going to be a hard competition though between American Dream and Westfield Garden State Plaza. So Westfield is really going to be putting up a fight. They're going to be putting up a huge fight because that's going to be tough. Because but you know what it is too. 555 is going to be getting what's it called? 555 is going to be getting something. Oh, 555, 555 is going to be, getting those tours from New York City and Westfield Garden State. I think Westfield Garden State is still going to be around because it's still a pretty prominent mall. I think Westfield Corp wants to compete with American. Yeah, no, I agree. It's like that better not be Conan. Oh no, it will be. Yeah, those are definitely going to be new Conans, unfortunately, because like American Dream, Westfield has a quote exclusive contract with Kone because they are the lowest bidder. Any mall literally goes with the lowest bidder on stuff like that. So it depends on, it literally depends on the lowest bidder who could do it the cheapest and easiest. They kind of did that with Amon and Paramus. So instead of installing new elevators, they did it the quick and cheap, easy way of a modernization. That's what they do because they think it's cheap and easy. It's efficient. Instead of putting in new elevators, it's just cheaper to just modernize it. Actually, so. But anyways, it's a lot of changes, man. And National Wholesale Liquidators. Yeah, that's another space that's going to be vacant. I don't even know what they're going to do with that. Although Pathmark, I hear now, finally 4 years later, it's not going to be supermarket. They're now going to be splitting it up into several smaller stores. It's about time. What a mistake! What a mistake to leave that vacant for 4 years. For 4 years, they left that vacant. Crazy. My most popular video, Pathmark and Hackensack. And now here we are 4 years later. They're now splitting it up because they realized that it's just sitting there vacant. It was just sitting there vacant. It closed when that Pathmark and Hackensack closed when I was a freshman in high school. That's when you know that closed a very, very, very long time ago. But anyways. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have to get back there. I want to really film that mall again once Sears closes. But I know that Allied Universal is going to be on their rounds as usual. And next thing you know, they'll kick me out of the mall for filming. Oh man, I still can't get over what security did to me. It's crazy. I mean, thank God they didn't do anything to me the last time I was there. No, the Riverside incident was much worse. They almost called the cops on me. Like that was much worse than Kmart. Lodi Kmart, that was just a lady being a mean person. Riverside was like, yeah, they were almost gonna. I wasn't gonna get arrested, but that probably just would have been escorted off the property. Honestly, I mean, I would have left on my own will because I'm not gonna stay where I'm gonna be harassed. Yeah, I'll have to check out that mod once I go, but I'm gonna wait till they make the Sears announcement for me to go. How I'm going to get there? So there's actually a bus route that runs from Morristown right to the Rockaway Town Square. However, I'd have to go on a Saturday because that bus route does not run on a Sunday, and I can't go during the week because I have classes. So also it'd be an expensive Uber ride, so I don't want to do that to myself. So, anyways, um, so other things that are coming up for the channel right now, just Broadway Commons Mall. I would do. I mean, I'm supposed to be going to Staten Island tomorrow, but I don't know. It's like a 50-50. I don't even know. I personally have no idea. So well, I mean, New York City's New York City. They actually had a legit reason. It's probably the property owners. It's not TJ Maxx. It's the property owners. TJ Maxx doesn't own that. They lease it. So if they lease something, the property owner can enforce the rules. And even then, I just think it's just ridiculous that they would do it. So, but yeah, I there's an event, but it's at like 6 o'clock at night. And the problem is, it's not at the mall. It's somewhere on Staten Island. The issue is, it's at 6 o'clock at night. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would love to go to the mall there and film, but the problem is, it's at 6 o'clock. The party is at 6 o'clock at night, not at the Staten Island Mall, a little bit south of the Staten Island Mall. The problem is, when you go later to the malls, you're expected to deal with lines and lines and lines of people trying to ride elevators. The only way that I could very possibly do it is I'd have to leave like an hour early. You paid an employee a tip? You mean you paid a store employee to film? You don't need to do that. There's no need for that. Yeah, I mean, the only good thing in that Staten Island Mall is the Macy's elevator. Everything else kind of sucks, except maybe those Schindler RTs at J.C. Penney. Other than that, everything else in there kind of sucks. Everything, it's really just a bunch of Schindlers. You got the Schindlers at J.C. Penney. You got the new Schindler 330As, three Schindler 330As, believe it or not, or four if you count H&M. Because you got the two Schindlers in the parking deck, and then you got the Schindler that's near the dining district or food court, whatever you want to call it. And then a new Barnes and Noble store that looks very similar to the Barnes and Noble at the shops at Riverside. But I don't know. I mean, and the problem is, I'm right there, and it's not. But the problem is, I can't physically leave the place, so it kind of stinks because it's like you're right there, and it's like you want to film, but you can't. Unfortunately, it stinks because it's like you want to go, but you can't. I mean, I'm an adult, but then I get in trouble, and it's just whatever. I can't wait to be back at college, man. I get to have my own freedom, my own will, get to make my own decisions, get to do what I want to do, and that's it. Yes, but Payless is coming back now. That's what I hear. That's the rumor, at least. Honestly, guys, we should do this every Friday night. Q&A. How about Q&A live stream every Friday night? I think that would just be great because then we could talk about the latest and greatest in retail and all the closings and stuff. I think that would just be great. Well, I mean, we can't do it every Friday, but we'll see what happens. But I actually just had another Q&A live stream earlier today, but this is nice. No, I typically say that too. Like, yeah, I just have an interest in elevators. But yeah, sometimes if they ask me not to do it, I'll just say I'll leave. Like, I don't stop filming. Like, I wouldn't stop filming. I would just say I'll just leave then. So it's not getting schooled. I just say, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'll just leave. No problem. I'll just leave. So I'm still on my break. My break actually ended today. Actually, no, it ends on Monday. But I'm going back to college on Monday because I literally start classes the next day. I think at like 8 a.m. in the morning. So, but yeah, I start again next week. I go from the 21st all the way to May 13th. But yeah, so yeah, it's I mean, it's FDU. It's whatever, I guess. Oh man. Do you go to college, Ultra Eric? Hmm, interesting. Oh my god. Not yet. Did you get left back? What are you in high school right now? Or are you on one of those like adult programs? What I was gonna say too, is uh, oh, 2 years left? Okay. So did you start last year or did you start the year before? Like, did you start in 2018 or did you start in 2019? That's just something funny with my trackpad. That would not be a bad idea. There's not really too many in New Jersey Primark. The closest one right now is in Staten Island or Freehold. They're supposed to be putting a Primark, I believe, at American Dream, but that's not opening up till like freaking March. So, but anyways, so that's that, I guess. Oh man, I'm tired. So I gotta wrap this up in about 15 minutes, guys. I'm not gonna extend it to another hour. I'm pretty tired. And I may or may not be going to Staten Island tomorrow, so I gotta be ready for that curveball. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't really know Primark that well. I've never been in one actually, believe it or not. But I'll definitely have to go one. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have one in Paramus. They would do really well here. Maybe you know what? Maybe they'll go in the maybe they'll go in the AC Moore. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad place for them to go. And the old AC Moore on Route 4. That's a pretty good location for them to go into. They can clean that space up. Yeah, AC Moore. I still can't believe AC Moore is going away. Man, rest in peace to that arts and craft or the arts and crafts chain. So I don't know why I'm so tired. I guess I did a lot of walking today. Oh wow, my do I like Applebee's? Yeah, it's not bad. They got half priced apps, I guess. What else was I gonna say? Oh God, I don't even know what I was gonna say. But yeah, I'm just wow, I'm really tired. It's been a long day. Been a long day. It's a lot on your last day, and you're technically your last day off. Had a lot of running around to do today. I visited some old friends one last time before I had to go back and stuff. So, but I think I might wrap this stream up, guys. I'm just honestly, I mean, if you guys, there is a Schindler 330 on Columbia Turnpike in Florham Park. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. Cool. Elizabeth Center on Elizabeth Street. Cool. All right. I think I'm going to keep the stream going for another 10 minutes, and then I think I got to wrap it up at whenever the 10 minutes to 10 minutes are up, because I'm just, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm really tired, and I kind of want to get cleaned up and relaxed and because I might have the curveball of going to Staten Island tomorrow and I don't even know it. I mean, I'm ready for it, obviously, if it goes, one way or the other. But even then, it's something to get ready for. That's for sure. So, but if you guys have any last minute questions, I would love to very quickly answer them. And yeah, because I'm not going to be doing one. Oh, there is. I'll say a ThyssenKrupp Sigma 4 in Florham Park. Do you know the exact address? No, I don't think that'll be gutted. I mean, it depends on what moves in. But I don't think it'll be gutted. I think what they'll probably do is they'll put in a new store. I would imagine something like that. That'll be that 2 floor space. Sometimes though, what they do with those elevators is they'll take it out and then they'll cover up the patch of where the elevator was. Sometimes they'll do that too. They did it for Freehold when they put Zara or Zara on the upper level of the former Forever 21 store. Yeah, Forever 21 is another really struggling brand that's really struggling right now. So, but anyways, still very sad of what's going on with all these retailers, and it's all because of one. And it's funny. All these closings lead back to one simple word: Amazon. Whether that's talking about a Macy's closing, a J.C. Penney closing, a Sears closing, even a Nordstrom's closing, all the roads lead back to one central hub, and that central hub is Amazon. Unfortunately. Okay. Hey, that works for me, man. Just make sure it's a quiet take with the motor. And I'll definitely have to put it up or something. Not that I'll ever go to Skyview Center because I have no desire to go there. So, by the way, I want to show you guys something really interesting. So, I was at HomeSense in Paramus the other day, and I don't know if you guys find this interesting. This was $20 at HomeSense. This is really like cool looking school bus. It looks kind of dope. Like I don't know, it looks pretty cool. So it's really cool too. It was about like $20 at HomeSense, right up in Paramus. I don't know. I just wanted to show you that to you guys. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool pickup for $20. It's a nice decoration and a nice memory of my childhood and my chapter of high school and middle school, obviously. So it's just a nice reminder of a nice chapter that I had in my life. So I know. I used to, guys, for the bus, and when I went to high school, I used to have to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning, be in the shower, and the bus would show up at 7. That's how it went. So, but that chapter in my life is now done. And now I'm on college, but yeah. Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. See you soon. See you soon, the North Jersey channel. I might have another live stream next Friday. I don't know yet. I got to see how things work out with college and stuff, but I'll see you soon, man. Oh, man. Yep. I think we're going to go ahead and probably end this live stream in the next minute or so. So, oh, nice. Otis Cito escalators. That's nice. So, if you guys have any last minute questions, this is probably the time to what's it called? Send them because I'm pretty tired and I kind of want to get some shut eye. So. Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. Oh, whoa, 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 what? 6 people? How could this be? Who's on here? 6 people. I'm looking at this. I was looking at my phone for a second. I'm like, whoa, there's now 6 people on here. Wow, okay. I don't want to leave 6 people. If it was one, I would say, yeah, let me end it. Okay, let me actually check my phone. Because this stupid StreamYard thing, it's delayed by like about 12 seconds. So I'll take a look and see on my phone because I can see it better. Because Google says I can't have a live stream unless I have a couple more people. But let's see. Oh, now there's 5. Oh, now it's going down. That's weird. That's very weird. All right, if you guys have any last minute questions, go ahead and type it up in the chat because I'm exhausted and I really just need to. I really need to get some sleep. Trust me, it's been a long day for me. So I appreciate being on here, but at some point I just have to call it a night. I'm tired and I'm probably gonna get hit with the. It's a good question. What will happen with Sears in Newport Center? I don't know yet. I don't know what the fate of that store is. I can't tell you at the moment, unfortunately. So, anyways. Oh man. Oh man. I'm so tired. Oh, my apologies, guys, if I'm stretching. Do you guys have any other questions, or just let me know? Because this is probably a good time for me for you to answer them. Because once I end this live stream, guys, you won't be hearing from me till next Friday. Because I'm gonna get thrown with the curveball of going to Staten Island tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going. I have no idea. Like it's gonna be a cutthroat decision that's gonna be made by tomorrow, which is crazy. So it's like I don't know. It's a yes or no, yes or no. So that is near the Macy's store. It's you get out of Macy's and then you walk in the parking deck, and that's where you find the elevator. You have to walk outside the Macy's store. So go if you go back, go into the Macy's store, go up to the second floor, and look for a parking deck. Look for entrance to parking deck, and that's how you'll find them. Um, I just fell asleep for a second. Oh, damn. Sorry about that. Mm. I cannot stay awake. That's not good. That's not good that I can't stay awake right now. Oh, speaking of Path, the Path Hoboken station is going to be closed this weekend. So if any of y'all are traveling, make sure to avoid Path at all costs this weekend because Path will be suspended near Hoboken. So um, it's getting. I mean, it's running right now, but after 12 a.m. on Saturday, there will be no Path service in Hoboken. So in about an hour, in less than 2 hours, there will be no Path service. So get home while you can. Anyways, all right. All right, guys. So that's about going to do it for this Q&A live stream number 32. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next Friday. That's it.